Hey Gamemaster Perilous fans, this is Daniel Fox, and you may be asking why I have my phone so high above the table today. That's because I'm actually going to show you our new GM Playmat. As you can see in the background here, I'll let that get into focus, this is the Gamemaster screen, and some of you already own this. It has the weapons and your actions of combat and your additional effects and injuries and all that fun stuff. But we found that you can't fit everything you really wanted as a game master in front of you without having to still dog-ear your book. So we created this GM Playmat, and essentially what this does is we have several panels on here. First off, you're going to see that this panel is actually qualities, and this is qualities for weapons, for armor, for shields. It actually includes vehicle qualities as well from our new book, which we're about to announce. And as most of our screens, we have the artwork of Ken Buquet surrounding it. But over here, this is where I think the real meat of the screen is. We have every single creature trait that's ever going to be created or listed for ZWEIHÄNDER. It's all the way across these three here. And the reason why we have this is because we're about to release our monster cards in the next couple weeks. So what you'll notice is beside every single trait, there's a little circle. For instance, Ever Chosen, Eyes Wide Shut, Faces of Death. So what I plan to do is when I get my hands on the monster cards, and I know that on my monster cards I don't have like the full description of the trait, I'm just gonna mark the ones that I know I'm gonna have to reference during the game. So I have kind of a quick way to kind of identify with a marker which ones I need to really pay attention to. Now, some of you may be saying this is actually kind of an unnecessary product, and I don't necessarily agree with that. We've actually been using this around the table for the past couple weeks, and I find it really easy just to have something in front of me beyond having to flip through the book to find everything, particularly if I'm making up monsters on the fly. But what we also have here is if you flip either side closed, you'll see you'll have the chaos manifestations, your petty manifestations, your lesser manifestations, and your greater manifestations. And it concludes at the bottom here with the failed social tactics check and successful ones, which actually ladders right back to what we've showed you in the GM screen before with the same color coding for any type of social interaction. So this was really made for my purposes. At first, I was like, well, what if we just brought this to market? Do you think people would actually use this? I'm not really sure. But especially when we started going down the path to create monster cards, we found this was an absolute necessity, not only just because we couldn't fit the chaos manifestations once again on the standard GM screen, but also because we have so many traits divided between, nearly 130 plus creatures in the bestiary at this point, plus more coming out in the new book, that it just seemed to make sense to create something like this. So the way I kind of envision using it whenever I get the cards through, and I'll do another video for it later on, I plan to kind of plug the cards in along the top here so I have them quickly for reference. Or perhaps even I'll take them to the Gamemaster screen and I'll put on this side, the side facing me, the monster and the stats. And on the other side, the player-facing side, they'll actually see a picture of the monster. And it doesn't actually name it, but it does list its creature type. So it kind of keeps the air of mystery around it. But regardless, this is a really cool product that some people use, maybe not all of you. But for those of you who kind of have more at your fingertips, obviously this kind of gives you what you need there. And once again, like we said, we've got chaos manifestations on either side of the GM Playmat. I hope that some of you find this product useful. I know I have, as has some of our other playtesters who are running games themselves. But following this video, I'll actually be doing a monster card video here shortly in the next week or two once we get the new proofs in for Drive-Thru-RPG. So please check out this product. Hope you find it useful. And until next time, happy gaming.